Hey, what is going on, crypto people? The market is doing what the market does. The market is doing what it does. Paul Bogo. We'll see. 10% down. 10% down. Bitcoin is 10% down on a 7-day. We're going to get into it because the market is just doing what it does. We're going to cover a little bit more about Gary Gensler and the SEC. Not a great look. Meta Lawman add some commentary to this recent ruling from this judge, federal judge in Utah. We're going to go over that as well. And we're going to share some Crypto X posts from that dude, Michael Branch. So listen, guys, this is your XRP Ripple daily news. In around 0 to 10 minutes, let's go over the market real quick. The total cryptocurrency market cap is down 4.5% in the last 24 hours and is currently at 2.54 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is at 49.5%. Bitcoin is currently trading at $64,460. Again, down 10% on the 7-day. I expect this to continue. Ethereum is at $3,324, 16% down on the 7-day. And XRP, XRP is trading at 60 cents. Solana is still up on the 7-day because it's gone up so much. It's still up 22% on the 7-day. Now, I added, did I add 2 positions? It just got more stuff. I got more stuff. And if we get something Bitcoin below 60, maybe I'll add, we'll see. It was at 63,000 earlier. If it gets below 60 or, right at 60, look, historically, there's 20 to 40% pullback has happened. The question was always, from what point? Is it going to pull back from 73,000 or is it going to pull back from 60,000 or 63,000? But I expect a 20 to 40% pullback, which is going to be just simply healthy for the market. I want to share something from Meta Lawman in reference to Gary Gensler's SEC. It's so hugely important to get that this is a United States government agency, 3-letter government agency. Like that can't be overstated. That this, right? Because then we're in crypto, we just think, oh, it's SEC. No. This is a United States government agency. Going into a court of law, a federal court. Do you understand? Take a listen to what Meta Lawman says here. It says, the judge in the debt box case has issued an 80-page opinion sanctioning the SEC for egregious misconduct in the case. This is not a lawyer. This is the United States government. Do you understand? It ain't some law firm on the corner of A and B. This is the United States government. Okay? Meta Lawman says the opinion is devastating to the SEC as an institution and to the particular lawyers who committed the misconduct. The judge made it crystal clear that the SEC lawyers did not make an error. They lied intentionally. This is from another lawyer, UVA and Vanderbilt Law. They lied intentionally. In an opinion that will surely be cited by litigants across the country for years to come, the judge found that the critical evidence the commission offered, the SEC offered, to obtain and defend the ex parte TRO lacked any basis in fact. Yet the commission nonetheless advanced that evidence in deliberately false and misleading ways. This is why I did the short this morning. Put out the short this morning from Jimmy Valley of Valhill Capital, because this is what Jimmy Valley from Valhill Capital has been saying from day one about the SEC. And the bigger picture is that it's a U.S. government agency doing this. The bigger picture. The SEC engaged in a gross abuse of the power entrusted to it by Congress. Let me read that again. the SEC engaged in a gross, this is a quote from the judge, in a gross abuse of the power entrusted to it by Congress. We are, as citizens, rely on this as a safety net. And Congress gives these government agencies a certain amount of power, and they will not abuse it to harm its citizens. And the SEC has done exactly that. This is a quote from the judge. The SEC engaged in a gross abuse of the power entrusted to it by Congress. The SEC, again, quote, undermined the integrity of the judicial process. This is why I said, and I said it from the beginning, when it was either Judge Torres or the Honorable Judge Netburn who said the SEC lacked a faithful allegiance to the law. When she uttered those words, every single courthouse, whether it be local or federal, was listening and would begin to pay attention every time the SEC stepped into their courthouse. And it's exactly what this judge has done. Exactly what it's done. And I'm not happy. This is sad. This is absolutely sad that a United States entity with the level of power thinks that it's okay to do this under some stupid guise about they're supposed to be protecting investors and protecting the investing public. I mean, that's brutal. Two brutal quotes there. Gross, the SEC engaged in gross abuse of the power entrusted to it by Congress. The SEC, quote unquote, undermined the integrity of the judicial process. Metalawman goes on to say here, the judge has ordered the SEC to pay the attorney fees of the defendants in the case. Do you understand the stain that this is? Oh, Metalawman agrees with me. Metalawman says this is a sad day. The SEC was once a great institution, respected around the globe for its competence and integrity. Now is a time for accountability. The judge found that the SEC engaged in a gross abuse of the power entrusted to it by Congress. Will Congress do anything about this? It's great stuff there, Metalawman. It's great stuff. Again, this is sad, but again, I point to Jimmy Vallée and recognizing this because he has this background, right? And I get it, recognizing that what the United States entity is willing to do, which is sacrifice his country for personal profits, whether it be Bill Hammond, Jay Clayton, or Gary Gensler, doesn't matter. You're not there to sacrifice the country for your own personal gains. It's not how it's supposed to work. This is what SEC Gate is really ultimately about, in my humble opinion. So, Michael Branch, Oklahoma becomes the 12th state to pass Bitcoin rights bill in the United States. Pay attention. We're in its new financial system, and we're early to it. It's not just being in crypto. Another thing from my guy, Michael Branch, Fidelity, the financial services giant managing $4.5 trillion in assets under management, has amended its spot Ethereum ETF application to include its intention to mobilize the prospective funds Ether for staking. And I'm going to end on this one. It's so hugely important. That's why I say that you and I are winning, right? We're playing a game that 99% of the masses, they don't even know is being played, and we are winning. They gotta listen to this one. The Government Pension Investment Fund, GPIF of Japan, the world's largest pension fund, with assets totaling $1.5 trillion, has officially announced its initiative to explore diversification opportunities that include Bitcoin. That's why in the live stream that I did last night, I highly recommend you guys check out Raoul Paul's video, right? Because he said, right? He said, this is the greatest, Bitcoin and crypto is the greatest macro trade in the history of finance. Hugely important to understand it. Check out that video. The title of it is Raoul Paul, We Are All Debt Slaves. Raoul Paul, we are all debt slaves. Check that video out. Shout out to Michael Brands. We appreciate you, my guy. We appreciate you big time value add to the community. All right, fam, there it is. This wraps up your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's the greatest way to support the channel. And if you've been hanging out watching the crypto season, you have enjoyed those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money, it doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.